Hey YouTube. Well, I'm here to talk about Queen Sugar. One of my favorite shows came on last night. This is a great show. I was debating if I wanted to do try to do another series because it's a commitment. You know, it goes on a whole season, but I can't resist. This is a good show. Okay, so Queen Sugar started last night. The second part of it's a two-part opening premiere. First part was last night. The second part is tonight. So don't miss it. Don't wait another week. You will have missed it. Okay. So it opens up. Nova. Okay. That ain't it. All right. It opens up. Nova is sleeping with another white guy. I don't know why every episode so far, both seasons, it opens with Nova sleeping with some white guy. Okay, a lot of people get attitude because she's with white men, and in this episode she speaks with actually sleeping with two. I think that's going to be a storyline. I think there's something big that's going to come out of that. We're going to find out why she's attracted to these guys, because there's no love there. That's the issue. I think in the first season there was some relationship with the cop that she was seeing. But with these guys here, it's almost like she's having sex with some gay guy she met in the bar, where there's no affection there. She's sleeping with these guys. She's working something out, and I think it's going to go deeper into that. And I'm willing to bet you that eventually Nova will meet the right person. She will be in love, and it will be different, and it doesn't have to be the same kind of guy she's sleeping with. So there are reasons that people. I don't go into that because I don't know where the story is going to go. It can go in any direction. Let me fix this light a little bit. It can go in any direction, but I'm willing to bet you that it's going to be something we're going to find out about Nova and why she's sleeping with. She seems to be obsessed with sleeping with white guys. She won't sleep with black men, but she does sleep with black women. So my guess, some kind of abuse somewhere along the line is making her do this. Because after she had sex with him, this time she's actually going to cry after she had sex with him. So we'll see. Okay, that's how it starts off. He offers to see her again. She's not interested in that at all. Okay. Charlie makes this big presentation to these bankers. She's trying to get money for the farm or some project on the farm. And she makes a big presentation. The bankers right away they say, "Well, we're in," but they want both her and her husband Davis's signature on the contract. Or they're not interested. Basically, they're interested in getting in business with this big basketball player. She is in the presentation. She's with her little boyfriend, and I've forgotten his name. I've got most of the names from last season. I've forgotten his name, but the guy that she likes a lot, he was there. His feelings got hurt because they see him as her as still being with David. She's still connected to him. So he says we should cool the relationship. You shouldn't be seen in public with another guy, eating with another guy. You're a married woman, and you are a married woman. So he says, let's cool it. Let's keep it strictly professional. Right. Okay. Aunt Vi. Okay, so Aunt Vi is now she's running. I think towards the last part of season 1, she was taking over the management of I think the restaurant is called the High Yellow, but now she is the manager. She still has feelings for her boyfriend Hollywood, and he is still very much in love with her. But he is away. He goes off on these working junkets. He goes where he sleeps there, and I'll forget what kind of work it is, but it's almost like going away to service. But he sleeps with these people on these different work assignments. So he's away. They had fallen out before. Now she's missing him, and he's missing her. Okay, next thing we're dealing with is Ralph Angel and Darla. She's so cute. I think that girl's so cute. Darla. I like her. Just her little personality. I think it's adorable. Anyway, so Now they're getting along well. In the early part of this episode, we see her, him, and Blue. Blue is their baby, the baby they have together. And they seem happy. But well, he's opened his heart back up for her, but she is uncomfortable. There's something going on with her, which she doesn't discuss right away, but we'll get to that. Okay, she still loves him. She don't want to mess up her sobriety, so we definitely will come back to that. Okay. Ralph Angel doesn't understand the 12-step method recovery. He knows what she was. He knows what she had become. She was an addict. But he didn't understand why she has to still go to these meetings, why she has to have a sponsor. It seems to him that why keep being reminded of something that was that bad, want to draw you back into it. He has a layman's understanding of what 12-step program is, but she is committed. She's serious. So she's not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize her sobriety. Now, at first, he does not understand this. He feels like, well, I was a convict. You see me talking about being a convict, talking to Charlie about it, you get her respect. That's not how I'm going to get her respect and all this kind of stuff. And she says something like, you went to prison for something that you did. I'm dealing with something that I am, which is I have mixed feelings about it. I'm a drug addict myself, or I was a drug addict. I don't know if it was. I've adopted the church language. I'm delivered, so I don't go to 12-step programs, and I guess in a way, my feeling, or I've come to feel sort of like our Ralph Angel. That meetings, it just kept me kind of stuck in it. But that's a process. It took me a long time to get to that place. And if right now what she needs is 12-step, and that's helping her and keeping her clean. And she got 2 years of sobriety. He needs to be doing whatever he can to support that. Maybe she'll be in a different place at some point in her life, and maybe she won't. It's up to her. It's a personal thing, but I think it's wonderful that she's taking her sobriety seriously. He's going to have to come around to understand her plight, or they can't be together. Okay. Micka. I don't know about this. Micka gets his car. They should have showed us the emblem of the car. It's some fancy car. It's like a Maserati type car. I mean, this is what the basketball star should be driving himself. This boy is 16 years old and he gets this car. I think it's a Maserati, something like that. It's a sports car. It's a car, $100,000 car, and he's driving it around in these small towns up there in Louisiana somewhere, and he gets pulled over by the cops in this car. You know, I don't know what kind of car it is. Let's say it's a Maserati. Anyways, a $100,000 car, obviously. Cops pull him over, which they're gonna do that. You see a 16-year-old kid driving something like that out there where they're at in the boondocks. They probably have never even seen a car like that before. Although I don't know where he would steal it from, but maybe he thought he was a drug dealer. I don't know. Cop pulls him over, and they have these scenes. And Queen Sugar, they take scenes out of reality. I do want to say one thing though. I am so glad that these shootings are not happening like they were a year, 2 years ago. Now they're happening. There cases, people are still getting off, but not like it was. It's like it's an epidemic of it a couple of years ago. So it's gotten better. But they take their stories, some of the stories out of the news that involve black people. And so he goes for something. This is almost like what happened. What we were watching on the news yesterday. He goes to get his ID or something like that. And the man thinks he's reaching for a gun or something, so the cop pulls a gun on him. This is a 17-year-old kid who has been raised in suburbia. He don't know nothing about being pulled over by cops, and he's scared the shit out of him. But actually, what it did was scare the pee out of him, because at some point he pees his pants. So we'll get to that in a minute. He pulls his gun on the kid. Kid freaks out, obviously. They take him to jail. But he hasn't been able to contact any of his family. He's just, Micka is missing. Right? But what's happened is this cop has arrested him for basically nothing, driving while black. Kid hadn't done anything at all. Oh, he didn't have his ID on him, something like that. So he went to get, I forget what it was, something in the car, registration or something like that. Anyway, thank God he didn't shoot him. Took him to the jail, arrested him for no reason, and he hasn't contacted anyone in the family. Okay, so the family's having a dinner. Okay, so while he's missing, Aunt Vi calls Hollywood on the guise of, the kid is missing. He encourages her. They start talking. They're very much that story. I don't know what it is about Aunt Vi and Hollywood, but that story just pulls at my heart a little bit, because they really do love each other, and they're people of my age. So maybe it gives me a little bit of hope that it could happen. It could happen again. Anyway, I think their relationship is kind of cute, and they're both very much into it. Okay, next thing we see, Nova. Okay, Nova meets up with a bunch of her girlfriends. I guess these people, she's from there. So, I mean, I guess friends they haven't seen in a long time. One of the girls is pregnant. So they discuss girl type things about having a baby out of wedlock. And Nova brings up dating outside of your own race. And she brings up dating your same sexuality, dating another woman. One of the girls says, "Oh, that's a little much. We don't want to go there, honey. We know that you're freer than we are." But she invites them to go to, what is it, some kind of big party or something. I don't know. That scene is not really important. But she does bring up, she's not hiding it. At first, we kind of thought that maybe when she was dating these white guys, it was a secret. There always seemed to be a cloud of secrecy about her relationships. The first guy was a cop, a married cop. So that was the reason she had to keep that one on the down low. But she's seeing these guys now. She's picking up guys who she has no relationship to whatsoever, and she's just having sex. So Nova is a complicated woman. I'm willing to bet you there's abuse there somewhere, because of the way she is around her sexuality. It never seems that she's pleased by what she does, but she kind of sleeps around like a dude kind of thing. Anyway, I'm sure that's more going to be revealed there. And they're going to, of course, this is fiction. Eventually, there's going to have to be some love somewhere. And I bet, willing to bet that it will be a black guy. Something she's got to work out, and we've got to find out about. And hopefully it wasn't that she was abused by anybody in her family, but someone's abused that girl. Okay. That's only an opinion that hasn't been revealed in the story yet. We'll see. Okay. Ralph Angel is still having a very hard time with Charlie. Now Charlie wants to run things, right? Charlie, she's got the purse strings. She's got this money, and in a way, she's come back to where are they at? What state are they in? I think they're in Louisiana. She's come back and rescued his farm. But I believe, from what I remember from last season, Ralph Angel actually owns the farm, but everyone is not aware of that yet. They're in the impression that the farm belongs to all three of them. Ralph Angel is the boy child. He's the heir. Of course, it's fiction. They can go anywhere they want to go with it. But so far, he has not gotten Charlie's respect. Everything he does, she second guesses it. So he wants to, first, the big tractor there, was it $15,000 or something? They pay for a tractor. He doesn't want to give it up. It was his father's truck, and he wants to fix it. I think for about, it's going to cost quite a bit of money, $7,000-8,000 to fix the tractor. Okay, so he tells the family that he's getting the tractor fixed. He found a deal of somebody who will fix it. And then Charlie, of course, her view is something totally opposite. She has a very rational reason why they should have just bought a new tractor. Okay, so she just second guessed everything he does. The other thing he did was he wants to plant soybeans on the farm. She didn't know about it, and she wants him not to be making decisions without consulting her. She is the hog with the big nuts in her mind. But Vi and the rest of the family want to encourage Ralph Angel. He is the man, and they want him to take his place. He loves to farm. He would never sell it. He wants to work it. He wants to be his father. He wants to make his father proud, even though his father's dead. Okay. So, Aunt Vi kind of tells Charlie. I don't say she checks her, but she brings her attention to the fact that she needs to be more in support of Ralph Angel. Okay. Now I'm glad Ralph Angel didn't. Remember the last season he had robbed someplace and he was ducking and dodging, and we didn't know if he was ever going to get caught for that robbery or whatever. But he seems to be he's on even kill now. At least the first episode does. Now this is a 2-part first opening, so we'll see tonight about what's going on with Ralph Angel. But it seems like he's they haven't showed parole officer checking on him and stuff like that. We'll see. But it seems like him and Darla are in a good place. I'll say that. Okay. All right, so they're having this party. The ladies, they want to have a party to celebrate Micka's 16th birthday. Even though it's his birthday, they want to celebrate with Charlie. So Nova wants to take her out, and Aunt Vi wants to, both of them take her out. Aunt Vi gets drunk. I've never seen her drunk before. Anyway, so they're at this party at a club, and they run into Davis. Yeah, so Charlie sees Davis there. Now, it seems like she may still have feelings for Davis because she seems to stroll down memory lane quite a bit. At first, she was very angry. I never did quite agree with her leaving him. That divorce happened very fast. He got in trouble with another woman. She found out about it, and she divorced him. It went just that quick. So, it's a possibility that she still has feelings for him. Anyway, she sees him in the club. She's still angry with him, though. They're not getting along at all. With another woman, young white girl, very young white girl. She's hanging all over him. It's obvious, and they're getting this loan because they're still together. So they want to appear to be still a couple, right? Although this is a small town, I don't know why the bankers would be seeing who's dating who and all that kind of stuff. But she doesn't want him parading women around their son either. So it's because Micka's always also there at the club with his girlfriend. Now, how could he be with everyone? Maybe it's a club where kids can be because he's only 16. I think I'm mixing up two scenes. One is with them in the restaurant, and then one is at this party atmosphere. Anyway. So she doesn't like the idea that he's bringing a woman into their environment. That's good enough. They go over there to confront him. She goes over to confront him. The girls join him, Nova and Vi. Vi is drunk. Drunk as a skunk. Vi is lit. So she tears into Davis, calling this girl all kind of sluts and whores and all this kind of stuff. Right? Security comes and escorts Miss Vi physically out of the club. Okay. All right, so now they got to find Micka. Micka got pulled over by the cops. He's in jail. All right, so they find out where he's. They go first. They find his car. Then they try to call him, and the phone rings inside of his locked car. Charlie panics, but then they get a call and they know where he's at. He is in jail, so they go rush down to the jail. Okay, Davis joins them at the jail. And at first, Charlie's trying to find her son. And the cop says, he's not here. We don't have no record of him being here. And so Davis shows up, and then he sweet talks the cop at the desk cop, who knows who he is. They are obviously sports fans there. Well, all straight men are, I guess. all of the cops know who he is. Davis is. Davis starts talking nice to them, and they find the kid. So Micka comes out. They don't make a big deal out of how he gets out of jail or whatever. It looks like he wasn't even arrested. He was detained. So they find him. They take him home. Charlie gets an attitude with Davis because he used his celebrity. And then just being jealous, because it's the same thing with the loan. I mean, he has some respect. He's a star in sports. So he used it. All right. As I said before, he peed his pants. The kid. This is a very sheltered kid. He has never encountered that. And I don't think it's so much as going to jail was the thing. The thing was that man pointing that gun in his face. That probably was when he peed on himself. Because all the things that are in the news. We see what could happen. You know, you're on some country road somewhere with these people who he has no experience with dealing with this type of people. Okay. Daughter slows down Ralph Angel. He assumes that she's gonna go home with him in Blue. I'll meet you back at the house, kind of thing. And she says, no, I don't want to do that. So I tell you, I have some experience with 12-step. One of the main things they tell you is don't get emotionally involved in the first year of sobriety. Now she's a little past this; she's 2 years clean, but they advise you to be very cautious about getting emotionally involved in your early sobriety, because something could happen. You could get angry, you can get mad. Something could happen in the relationship which would cause you to relapse. So she is very cautious about this. I love that about her. She's serious. Okay, so now Nova sleeps with another white man. I ain't got no problem with people interracial. Don't get the wrong idea. I keep pointing out that these guys are white. But I think it's significant to the story. I don't think they would just keep making it her sleeping with one white guy after another unless there's a reason behind it. So she's sleeping with another one. After the sex, she turns over. You can see her face is filled with anguish. You know, he says, I was going to see you again. She says, yeah, which is never going to happen. So there's some pain in this relationships. And I know this season is going to tell us what's going on with her and her sexuality. Remember, my guess, she has been abused, probably by a black male. I'm hoping it's not her own father. Somebody's abused that girl, and that's why she's having all these sexual issues. Okay. Charlie, okay. Okay, the last thing that happens is, remember the loan, well, the bank, they don't need to see Davis. All they need is his signature on the documents. So, Charlie forges his signature, and that's where it ends. Okay? Okay, so that's only the first half of the season premiere. The other half is on tonight. I think it's they repeat this one at 9, and if you didn't see it, and then at 10 we get to the rest of the part 2 of the first episode. Okay, I'm going to try to hang in here with this show. It's a great show, great drama. The relationships are interesting. You know, hoeing around is not interesting. It's always relational. That's why I think they're going to hook Nova up with somebody. All right, later.